Alright guys, so right now I am in my 240 and so I'm driving and a little bit sketch, but fuck it, it's worth it. Right now I'm basically driving. I'm on my way to my girlfriend's house, and I know I haven't posted a video in a good while. There's no excuse. It's just I've just been really working and basically trying to get my documentation, straightened out. But I recently purchased some s14 seats, and I'm excited to put them in today. That's where I'm going, because I left the s14 seats at my girlfriend's house, and they're pretty nice. They're pretty dirty, yes, but they're in pretty good condition though. Like, they're not ripped like this one, the one I'm sitting on, but we'll see right now. We'll get there right now. I'll see you guys when I get there. For this little seat swap, of course you're gonna have to need an s14 seat. Basically, it's not clean. As you can see, there's like some dark spots here and there, but overall, and it does have some cigarette burns here and there. But overall, the seat isn't this bad. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a rip right there. There's a rip right here. This is already like, it's terrible. This is already coming apart. I'm doing this for the driver's seat, and if I'm going to be replacing this seat, I'm also going to be wanting to replace that seat. I'm not going to replace the rear seats, no, because those are in immaculate condition. They're in good ass condition. They're clean. I got them clean and everything. And if I were to want to put the s14 rear seats in here, they will not fit. I did my research, and so the s14 seats with already coming with the brackets off the s14 are direct bolt-on to the s13 chassis. So what you guys are gonna need for this swap, you're gonna either want a ratchet wrench, 14 millimeter, or a ratchet with a 14 millimeter socket in order to take these off. There's a total of 4 bolts. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I would say, the front bolts first. And now for the rear bolts, you're gonna want to push the seat on back forward as much as you can, and you're gonna see a bolt right here next to the tranny tunnel. Let me zoom in for you guys real quick. Right there, it's a bolt. It's a nut, my bad. Bolted onto a bolt, and then over here it's gonna be another 14 millimeter bolt. So you want to expose these two. What you're gonna want to do in order to take this guy out, as you can see, the seat is forward all the way. What I'm gonna do is pull it towards me, basically pull the seat towards me as it's like still bent like this. So yeah, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing with the s14 seat. So give me one quick sec. Oh my god, okay. So one thing I did forget to mention, you are gonna want to swap out that buckle and this right here onto the s14 seat. That way it actually works. Alright, so give me a quick sec, I'll do that right now. So like I said, you're gonna have to remove the buckle this guy, the where the seatbelt clips onto, because it has a S13 wire, you know, on the S13 seat. This connects to your S13 harness right here. Comes out of the chassis. So like I said, you're gonna want to disconnect this guy right here. I already did it. This is the S13 buckle. This right here is the S13 buckle on the S14 seat. It comes off of the S13 seat. Let me zoom in for you. There you go. That seat has this part that you need on your S14 seat if you're doing S13 to S14 conversion on your S13. Insert this this bracket in first on the S14 seat onto the bolt that's sticking out of the tranny tunnel. There we go. That's what you want to do, and then put the nut on there. That way it doesn't slide away or come off while you're working on this guy down here. Okay. Now we're gonna have to line that up. It might take a while, but not too long. Okay. So I already installed the driver's side S14 seat, and it looks immaculate in here. It looks good. This seat actually hugs me more than this guy right here. This one's too open, as you can tell. Too open. When I drive through the canyons with this thing, honestly, it's I slide everywhere. Basically, I slide everywhere. I don't like that. I like the seat to hug me. I'm trying to be OEM as possible, so I went with the S14 seats. And this guy is actually a lot more dirtier than the passenger side, but it only has one cigarette burn right. If you guys can see that right there, that's that little hole. It has one cigarette burn, but these have a lot, but they're not a complete hole like this one. It is dirty right there. I will show you how to clean these cheaply, economically, you know, on a next video, possibly soon. It will be time consuming. I'm gonna let you guys know that. It will be cheap for sure. You won't have to go to a grade A, you know, detailing place that's gonna charge you up the butt. So yeah, like I said, I already installed this guy. The two bolts in the front were pretty easy. The one that's down here, though, I would recommend you having a flathead screwdriver and try to push it towards the tranny tunnel. That way the bolt actually, the bolt lines up with the threads, and you're able to, of course, put it in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take out the seats, the passenger seat that I previously installed a while back ago. I previously got this seat back in 2019 because this seat was shitty, and so were the two rears. A buddy of mine gave me a good deal on these, and I was pretty stoked, but now I want something more comfortable, so I'm going with the S14 seats in the front. I'm gonna keep the S13 seats in the rear because, like I said earlier in the video, S14 seats in the rear do not fit the S13 chassis perfectly. So yes, but the two front ones do. So you can tell that one perfectly perfect. And I love the way it looks in the car. It makes the car look a lot more modern than this right here. So we're gonna get to it. You guys want to start with the two front bolts in the front. They're both gonna be 14, like I said. I'll get to it now. $14 mil. You can either use a wrench or, again, a socket with the ratchet. Doesn't really matter. That like that. So we'll move this guy out of the way. This guy over there. Same with the back seats. I mean the back bolts. Of course, there's one on the tranny tunnel right there. You guys can see that. Focus on it right there. And then there's one down here as well. And they're all 14 millimeters, so you guys should be good. I have a huge mess back here. I'm so sorry. Damn. What the hell is this? Oh, no. That's not a good sign. Again, if you guys are installing S14 seats, I recommend you removing like I did on the other chair. I didn't show you how, but of course, same exact procedure. It's going to be a 14 millimeter wrench or socket. You're going to have to remove this guy and install it on the S14 seat. Highly recommend. Do not try to modify the S14 buckle. You're just going to F up your OEM seat belts and you're going to be stuck with no safety. So just take these off the S13 seat and install them on the S14 seat. Please be safe, precautious. Don't try to do any modifications to the buckle over there on the S14 seat because it will not fit the S13 seat belt. All right. Now again, you're gonna want to have this guy lining up with this bolt, and you want to be able to do that, get it on there, and as soon as that's on there, you're gonna want to put the nut right then. That way it doesn't pull out. And this guy will line up right here, as you can see, right there, perfectly. Now, easy install. Alright, so for the two front ones, this right here, I just hit and bent with this wrench right here, and it was actually straight, like it was actually straight like this, basically was up like that, and it wasn't at an angle. I lined it up. At first, what I did to get this straightened out with the threads, get the hole lined up with the threads, I ended up actually pushing this one towards the left. I ended up pushing this whole seat from like right here. I grabbed it and I pushed it that way, and I lined up the holes with the thread over here on this one. So, and I quickly inserted the bolt, tightened it completely, and then this one lined up with the hole and the threads together. And then after it was like this, I just said fuck it, I'm gonna hammer it. I took a wrench and I started banging it like that. You want to give it at least 2 to 3 hard hits, and then it'll bend like that. And it bent pretty easily. I don't see any cracks, only on the paint. The metal's fine. And after that, the bolt should be inserted and tightened up, and it does not move whatsoever. And that completes the S13 to S14 seat swap on this S13 right here. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll upload a video on how these feel.